It's a problem that affects 1 in 4 women, and tonight we hear the conclusion of one woman's escape from domestic abuse. Good evening, I'm Matt Davenport. Thanks for watching. Todd has the night off. Every 9 seconds, a woman in the United States is assaulted or beaten, and domestic violence is the #1 cause of injury to women. Tonight, KPVI News 6 brings you the conclusion of Standing on Sandy's Ground about one woman's struggle to escape the abuse.
And that night he was just calling and calling and calling myself. I finally just shut my cell phone off. So I got up the next morning and I started to head home, and I turned my cell phone on and got a call from the Chubbuck Police Dispatch. And the lady's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm going home." And she's like, "You need to get there now." The only reason we knew you weren't dead is there was no blood. Somebody had taken a knife and opened up my closet and put slices through all my clothes, and I had a pillow top queen size bed, and they had just they just stabbed my mattress repeatedly. And they stabbed it so hard it actually went into my box springs. And I had bleach thrown all over. They sliced up my couch, my speakers. My really nice clothes were just shredded. I had a sweatshirt with my married last name at the bottom of it, shredded, like it had just went through a shredder. And that's when I knew it was him, because seeing the destruction, seeing the anger, it was like unreal. They sent an advocate to my apartment to talk to me about the services that they could offer. And I did accept those services. So I had a counseling appointment lined up. The protection order was in place, but we had to go pick up my daughter. And when she got in the car with me, she was really angry with me, which I understood. I didn't even say anything to her. I didn't even try to explain it. But when we got it back out to the apartment, she went into her room, she was upset with me, and I just sat there. And when she finally calmed down and came out and saw what was going on, she saw exactly what I saw. She saw that story. She saw that book. And even for herself, she didn't want to believe that her father was capable of doing something like that, but she knew. Deep down, she knew that it was him. It still wasn't easy. I'm not going to say that it was, but the therapy really started to open my eyes about the cycle of abuse and what parts I played, what parts he played, and just basically trying to grow stronger within myself to understand that I've got to break that cycle. It was a healing process, and as time went on, I grew a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger, and it was baby steps. And sometimes I stumbled backwards, and I would let the fear get a hold of me. It was a lot of work. And the thing is that I don't sit here and talk like I don't want to sound like, I was a victim, but I'm not a victim any longer. I'm a survivor, and I will not be in that position again, because that cycle of abuse in my mind has been broken. And I think every woman out there does have a choice. They just don't know it. They don't understand it. They don't see it. But you do have a choice.
While Sandy's husband wasn't charged in the vandalism, he did plead guilty to violating a protection order in 2005. Tomorrow night, we'll speak with Sarah Leeds, Executive Director of Family Services Alliance, about the services they provide to victims of abuse.